Good morning. Good afternoon. I actually slept today. At the very least, today I slept last night. I don't sleep for a week straight, most of the times. Either because I'm caffeinated or I just got too much shit on my brain. But if I'm not tired, like to the point of exhaustion, I can't sleep. So when I burn myself out for like 3 days in a row, at the very least, I can sleep. So last night, I probably went to bed at 10ish. 10 o'clock. Got up at 11. I woke up at like 9ish, like maybe 7ish. I'm like, fuck this. I need to go back to sleep. Even though I was gonna get up, I'm like, fuck, go back to sleep, you fucking psycho. I'm like, go to fucking bed. And I actually fell back asleep, which is surprising. But I'm like, fuck, I was so tired. I had no choice. But now I feel reinvigorated. Now I had this morning, I got a bunch of parts. Went and got some parts for the four-wheeler again. I basically rebuilt the whole four-wheeler with a bunch of, with a leftover bike from the scrapyard that had better parts than mine. So I got a quad for $200, and the shock I got for it at the dump that actually works is probably worth $500 on its own. So the shock is worth more than the four-wheeler, and it's got a brand new. Well, the base is good. The engine base on that one at the dump is like good. There's no cracks, no holes, and mine's got a crack. It's got a leak. It still works, but at a certain point, I can always switch that base. And now I just need a wheel alignment. I got a spare tire. I got two spare shocks. Two set of A-arms. Handlebars. I basically got a full quad. I got the swing arm. I pulled up the swing arm this morning. Maybe we should go for a tour. We'll go for a little tour. See how much damage I've done this morning. Or this last week. Couple of dead dogs. All that thing does is eat. So we're here. This is what I'm at. Brand new shock. Rear shock, older shock, but still just as good. The swing arm has to get changed. It's cricket. I got a swing arm right here that might do the job. We'll see. Two spare shocks, spare tire. I gotta do a wheel alignment in the front. Now I just gotta, oh yeah, I also changed this here. See this? Nice and tight now. I just gotta get the bolt in. I just gotta get that bolt. I gotta get the right size socket for it. But I have it. This is what they had put there. Jimmy rig, which worked. I'm surprised the weld broke on me when I was driving it. Because I'm like, that's going to be a pain in the ass to cut off. But it broke on its own. Which is good for me. Because then I just had to pull it out and put the new one in. And now it's super tight. That's going to be a sweet... It shifts good. I tried it, but I wasn't able to tighten it, so I didn't want to use it too much. I want to make sure it's nice and solid. Other than that, the bike's decent. A little small oil leak, but the other base is good, so I'm gonna get that base. I'm gonna get the whole thing here eventually, piece by piece. Yeah, I gotta do an alignment on the wheels, wheel alignment on the front and the back. And that's pretty much that for that. Doggy dog, don't jump on me. You're ruining my Tate speech. Okay, yeah, so that's for the four-wheeler. So I got a pretty decent quad for $200. $200. I could probably sell it for like 2 grand now. But I probably won't. Because the whole reason that it's worth it is because it only cost me $200. And it works. So why sell it and then have to buy another one? So yeah, I might as well keep it if it only cost me $200. Now I could put 2 grand towards something else. And I could save my money. I gotta get my teeth fixed. I gotta go for surgery soon too. I'm going for surgery in like a couple months. So I need 4 grand for that. So I gotta come up with some cash. The bank won't lend me no money because they know they won't get it back. Just kidding. I would pay them back. But no, I'd rather just pay cash. That way there it's over. I always come up with the money. This is the thing. I always come up with the money when I really need it. If I'm really, if I really want, I find a way to get it. That is that simple. If I need something and something's important enough, I always find a way to get it. So if I need 4 grand, I'm gonna go make 4 grand. It's that simple. I don't care if I have to do digging rocks, shoveling shit. I need 4 grand. $4 grand, that's like 2 months of work. Basically. It's having a job for 2 months. I can have a job for 2 months, get 4 grand and quit. Come back to my four-wheeler and my dogs. So I can always do that. I gotta start working out. I haven't worked out in a couple days. I worked, but I didn't work out, which is different. My hands got worked. I lifted some heavy shit. I held some heavy shit. Mechanics have strong hands. There's no way around it. Like obviously I'm picking shit up and carry it further because I have to do it. Because I don't have everything at home. I can't bring everything at home, so it has to be carried piece by piece. So I'm lifting, I'm gripping a lot, but it's not as constant as a guy that has a mechanic shop and just always working on something like every day with the hands. I'm surprised those guys don't get carpal tunnel, but the reason they don't is because it's not always it's not repetitive. Like like it's not the same thing every day. And you get used to it too. So you're like you know you're not overusing, but you're still using, but you're not overusing, you know. So maybe that's the reason. It's still not repetitive. It's just constant. If that make any sense. It's kind of consistency for them. It's consistency over intensity, which is the way to go. So, alright, I'm gonna go get that bolt, put that knot in. I gotta go order a battery too for that thing. So I need a battery, and I need a nut. I need the nut to put that shifter thing in, and I need a wheel bearing for the back, and straighten out that ass end and the front end. So the wheels are off in the back and in the front. That's why there's wear and tear on the front wheels, and the back wheels are like, there's like a gap, there's like a 2-inch gap between the fenders and the tire on each side. That's not right. So that's gotta get fixed. So yeah, that's what's on my brain. It's weird, eh? It's like, that's the weird thing. When there's something on your mind, until it's fixed, you can't get it off your mind. And it's more important than anything else. For that time period until it's done. So the faster you get it done, the faster you can forget about it. And that's how I am, I feel. Get that shit out of the way so I can think about something else. So what else can I do? There's always something more important that has to be done every day. But once that's done, then I gotta move on to something else more important. I always feel like I gotta get this shit out of the way so I can go back to moving my body in the right way and keeping my body in shape and eating properly. Because when I feel like when I'm working on stuff, I'm always working like I said, like if my mind's on that, my mind's not on my health or my food. Because I'm too caught up on something else. So I don't prioritize. I have a hard time prioritizing when something else is on my mind. But even though I'm still working like a dog, like on that thing, I worked 2 full days on there, just back and forth going to get parts. That's a lot of walking, a lot of running, a lot of wrenching. So so when I was done, I would eat anything but everything. Everything. So then that's 2-3 days of me not taking my nutrition and seriously or eating whatever I wanted and not working out, which because I was working like a dog. So now I'm kind of done working like a dog at this point, so I can go back to eating healthy and worrying about myself again, because I'm selfish. So now I got to recover and then go back to good movement that's good for your body and good food to maintain that physique. On that note, I'm gonna go to town. I have to go get that bolt, that socket for the bolt. What, dog food? Yes, dog food. And food for me. Alright, I'll see you guys later, and I'll update you on everything. Okay, guys? I didn't do a hate speech today. How good is that? Yeah, we're good. Everything is good. There's no point. Alright, guys, later.